You should not miss this show. Trust me, everyone is looking at XRP Ripple coin right now, but many buyers still don't see the whole picture. Top secret information has been leaked, and the Ripple MSEC hearing could end soon, which would be great for the bull market. The hearing was only put on hold, so it wasn't over yet. They even say that the price of XRP could hit $15,000, 0 cents, in the near future. That's pretty cool, right? Let's skip ahead to Ben's question. The XRP community is full of guesses, and recent events make it look like Ripple's token might be about to change in a big way. The SEC's latest decision to delay making a possible XRP spot ETF decision is at the center of the discussion. The government always takes too long to make decisions, but this one seems different. The SEC is reportedly delaying its decision on ETFs until after the Federal Reserve announces interest rates in June. According to reports, the SEC's reason for the wait is to allow time for the Federal Reserve to make its decision. It might not be about doing research, but about getting things done on time, especially by a certain date that makes it more likely that the long-running Ripple case will be solved with XRP. The idea seems crazy at first, but it's getting a lot of attention. A well-known person named John Squire said that the SEC might be planning to accept XRP coins as if this is true, it would not only show that the SEC has changed its mind about XRP, but it would also mark the beginning of a new era in crypto laws. It also gives us a good idea if the SEC really wants to buy a lot of XRP for settlement, letting a spot ETF exist now would raise demand, which would drive up the price of XRP. The settlement costs more because of the roof, so the ETF delay could be seen as a deliberate move to stop short-term price jumps until their legal plan is set in stone. It's important to know what the ETF issue is here. ETFs are a type of investment vehicle that lets people know about something without actually having it. Futures ETF buyers are only betting on how the price of XRP will change. When they buy a spot ETF, on the other hand, they don't get any real XRP in return. Instead, the fund has to buy real XRP on the open market, which drives up the price. This is why it's so important that the ETF is approved on time. If ETFs caused XRP to rise too quickly, it could get in the way of bigger plans of the SEC should not get in the way if they want to settle an XRP for less money. According to writer Eleanor Tarrant, the SEC's decision on Franklin Templeton's XRP spot ETF has been pushed back to June 17th. This fits very well with what the Federal Reserve said about interest rates, which supports the idea that the wait is planned. If the SEC really does plan to accept XRP as payment, it would be a big change in the law. In the end, it wouldn't make much sense for the U.S. government to settle on an asset that it still says is illegal or not listed. If XRP was accepted as payment, it would be seen as legal, which could bring in a lot of big investors from outside the U.S. situation. You're not just thinking. The SEC has already approved ProShares XRP futures ETFs, even though it wasn't as big of a deal as a spot ETF. This shows that people are becoming less against XRP goods, and it has good reviews from big names in the business. For example, Dan Tapiro, CEO of 10T Holdings, said XRP will be successful in the future, as he told the public. When experienced buyers say they believe in XRP's long-term role, it means that something is changing behind the scenes. Another very dangerous lie says that XRP could help the U.S. government deal with its huge debt. Some people in the crypto world say that the XRP ledger could be used to tokenize bonds that would be backed by XRP and make it easier to use debt products. But if even a small amount of the U.S. government's $34 trillion 0 cents debt was transferred to the XRP ledger, its value would go through the roof. That's why some people aren't afraid to say that XRP could hit. Things that seemed crazy a year ago don't seem so crazy now. $10.00 is interesting, right? But wait, what's about to happen could change everything. Some of the smartest people in the crypto world have said that they think XRP will have a bright future based on the signs they see. You thought the delay in the ETF was bad? Wait until you hear what could send XRP through the roof. Don't miss this crypto star as a bullish trend grows. Steph said it straight out. Congratulations, we're about to get rich if you're still here holding XRP. The XRP community agrees with this view. Your strong beliefs are being turned into bold price predictions thanks to ETF rumors, clear legal problems, and something even stronger, a strong desire to see these beliefs come true. Many people believe that 10 XRP is on the way, but XRP Dragon thinks that each XRP will hit $10,000.00. When you first look at those amount of, it may seem like they are crazy, but you soon learn that they are part of a growing group of people who are questioning the old rules of value. Jack the Rippler has joined the fund by writing XRP to $15.00. Yes, I understand market cap this, market cap that, but I don't think that it's not just market cap. This may seem very different, but it supports a strong case that is going around in the crypto space. John Squire also breaks down one of the most confusing ideas in crypto, that the market value of XRP is what keeps it from going to $100.00. It's already too late if Excel is thinking. Squire says that market capitalization is just a fancy number and not a limiting factor. He says that the price times the amount of money in circulation gives you a picture, but it doesn't show how buyers really act or how money really moves. People say that because the average pay is low, no one can buy a Ferrari. XRP can't go to the moon because of its market cap. To put it another way, numbers don't match up with reality. His receipts are also with him. In the past, when $80 million 0 cents was put into XRP, its market value went up by a huge $17 billion, 0 cents. That level of leverage this is possible with things that are hard to get but could be in high demand, like XRP right now. The way the supply works supports this. Very little XRP is being sold because most of it is locked up or held for a long time. This lack of capital could make things worse when new money comes in, especially if ETFs let it. This isn't just about how much money is coming in and out, it's also about how it's being used. Squire says that XRP isn't a joke coin and that it was made so that countries could send money to each other. Wow, that's a big change.